So many great patterns were released this month. I'm excited to share them with you. So grab a drink and a snack and let's get started. Hi, my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel, which is all about sewing and styling a handmade wardrobe. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Butterick Fall Collection. Now, as I'm recording this, they just released their new collection a few days ago, and there are a few patterns that I really liked from the collection, but I'm probably not going to pick them up for myself. The first one is 6916, which is a shirt jacket that is for the whole family. It comes in sizes children's extra small up to adult extra large, and the regular price on the website is labeled at $19.95 USD. Now, the reason that I'm not going to buy this particular pattern is because I have several shirt jacket patterns already. I probably don't need another one, but I do really like the style of this one. And the fact that it comes in children's and adult unisex sizing means that it's a really versatile pattern if you want to make it for a gift. Now, I did look at the pattern envelope for the finished garment measurements, and it does look like this pattern runs really big. I just wanted to draw that to your attention. If I wanted to sew this jacket for myself, I think I would probably need to size down to the children's medium size, which is a little bit scary to me that I would need to size down that much. So just make sure if you're interested in this pattern to check out the finished garment measurements before you make it. The second pattern that I really liked from the Butterick collection is 6909, which is a knit top that comes in sizes small up to extra extra large, and the standard pricing is $19.95 for that pattern. Now, this knit top is not really my style. It's something that you would wear untucked, and it's a little bit dressier, so I don't think that it would fit with my lifestyle, but I do really like the ruching. And I really like that it has different necklines. You can choose a V-neck or more of a crew neck. And I do think that it would be a really beautiful top that would flatter a lot of different body types, while also being really comfortable to wear. So if this is a pattern that you've picked up for yourself, I would love to hear about it, because although it's not something that I think that I would wear, maybe I could be talked into it. Let me know what you think in the comments. The third pattern from the Butterick line that I liked was a Palmer Pletch pattern. It's 6910, which is a pattern for contour band pants. This pattern comes in sizes 8 to 24, and the price is $22.95. Though this is a very classic slack pattern, there's two different views, one that has a slimmer fit with no pockets, and one that's more of a straight leg view that has the slash pockets. Now, I do already have a number of pants patterns, and where I work, I don't really need to dress in like formal workwear, so I don't necessarily need this pattern, but I do really like it. To me, it is just your classic slack pattern that you would make out of something like a suiting. And I am already finished with my formal work events for the year, but it's one of those things that if I had another one next year, this would be a pattern that I would consider picking up and making something that looks really professional. Now, I just wanted to take a moment to note that I've had a few comments that people don't like this series. Now, I do think that those commenters are in the minority, because honestly, this is one of my more watched videos that I do on a regular basis. But I just wanted to explain that the reason that I make this video series is not just to help you. I hope that you enjoy it, but I feel like it also really helps me, because it helps me to really write down and consider of the new releases that come out every month. What are the ones that I really love? What are the ones that suit my style? What are the ones that actually suit my lifestyle? And it just really helps me to pause and consider before hitting that buy button. And so I feel like it's actually helped me to rein in my own pattern purchases, while still hopefully helping indie designers by recommending them to you if it's something that you are interested in. Now let's move on to the indie releases that I loved this month. One pattern that I really liked is the Modern Sewing Company Jessie jumpsuit. This comes in sizes 4 to 28, and the cost is £15. Now, I already have a number of jumpsuit patterns that I really need to make up before I buy any more, but I really like the look of this, and I like that it has a camp style collar, because to me it's a little bit more casual than some of the other jumpsuit patterns that I have. And I really like that it gathers in at the waist with elastic, and it can be made in a variety of fabrics. I could just see myself making it in a solid linen or something and just have a really clean look. So I do really like that one, and I would consider buying it in the future, even if I'm not going to do it right now. The next release that I loved was the True Bias Riley overalls. This comes in two different size bands, from sizes 0 to 18, and then a second band from 14 to 32, and the cost is $16 US. Now, she also came out with a free t-shirt pattern, which I also downloaded, but I have a million t-shirt patterns, so I don't know that I'll make that one. But I do really love the style of the overalls, and I like that it comes in both a shorts version and a long pants version. So once again, I already have a number of overalls patterns already in the stash, so I don't know that I need this one, but I'm considering it, especially maybe making the shorts version next summer. But for now, I'm just going to sit back and see all of the beautiful makes that people are creating before I make a final decision. The next release that I really loved was the Deer and Doe Orage pattern. This comes in sizes 34 to 48 and then a second size band from sizes 46 to 60, and the cost is €12. Now I think that this is a really good value pattern because you get several different tops, you get a dress, and you get a skirt. And all of them, because they're out of a knit fabric, seem like they would be very comfortable and cozy to wear. Now the reason why I won't be buying this particular pattern for myself is because the square neck top and the crop top, I feel like I already have other similar patterns in my stash. And the dress, which I feel is the star of the show, has this little cutout on the front. And to be honest with you, I just feel like that silhouette is wasted on me because I have such a flat chest. So I don't really necessarily think that I need the dress. And the skirt is nice, but again, it's not a silhouette that I would really see myself wearing. So this is the kind of pattern that I think suits a lot of different body shapes, but maybe not mine. But I do think that it is a lovely pattern, and if you did buy it, you could get a lot of different looks from just one pattern, so I do really like it for that reason. Next up, we have the Cashmerette Miriam trousers. This is another one that comes in two size bands from sizes 0 to 16 and then 12 to 32, and the cost is $16 for the PDF. Now, I have never bought a Cashmerette pattern before because they cater to curvy sizes, and because I'm not curvy, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to buy their patterns. But trousers is something that perhaps I could get behind. Now, these are a little bit of a dressier work trouser, but I believe they have an interesting feature that has a little bit of elastic in the waistband that gives you a little bit of leeway, and because I have some issues with a fluctuating waistline, I think that that could actually be really useful for me. Basically, I don't want to buy this pattern right now because it's a little bit more formal than I really need for my everyday life, but I do have my eye on it and I would like to see other people making the trousers and seeing what their experience is like, but it is something that I'm very interested in and could potentially buy myself in the future. This next one is not a new release, but it was new to me. I had never heard of it until I saw someone make it on Instagram. It's the Goldfinch Textile Studio Jones trousers, and it's a minimal waist pattern. It comes in sizes A to S, and the cost is $18 for the PDF. Now, I really like the idea of zero waist patterns or minimal waist patterns, but I've never bought one for myself, and the reason is because most of the time, since the point is that you're using up all the fabric, often the silhouettes are really, really oversized and boxy, and because I'm such a small person, I'm only 4'9", I just feel like that much fabric, I'm gonna be drowning in it and it's gonna look terrible on me. So I've never really been attracted to zero waist patterns before. But this trouser, although it is still fairly baggy, it does have some shape to it, so I'm not really sure if it would work for me or if it might still be a little bit too baggy. When I look at the finished garment measurements, I suspect that maybe it would still be too baggy, but I am really interested in the design and the idea of the zero waist. It's kind of another one that I'll keep my eye on and see what other people do with it, but I do really love the idea of it, and if you are into zero waist or minimal waist, I think that you should check this one out. These next two may not be super new, but it's another pattern company that I am not that familiar with, and this was from their recent fall collection. And the pattern company is Jolie Lab. They're a French company. And the first pattern that I really liked from their collection was the Mariniere Mallow. It comes in sizes 34 to 48, so not a great size range, and the cost is €10 for the PDF. Now, this is such a classic Breton style top, and I just love the way that it looks. It has some really cute and interesting details. I really like how they have altered the direction of the cuff, and it has the little buttons. I really love the style of this. I do think honestly that this might be one that I will go back and purchase later on, but right now I don't have any appropriate fabric in my stash. If I happen to pick up a stripe that I absolutely love, I think I may go ahead and buy this one. The second Jolie Lab pattern that I really liked is called Maxine. It again comes in sizes 34 to 48, and the price is €10. This is a color blocked sweatshirt, and it has a half button placket on the front. I absolutely love the design of this, and I think that it would be excellent for using up scraps and doing a color blocked sweatshirt, although I also really like the way that it looks in the models that have it just in one fabric, and then the seaming details add a little bit of interest. I think this is actually a pattern you can make multiple times with really different looks. I really love the look of this one, and again, I may pick it up in the future, although right now I'm trying really hard to just work on my fall sewing plans, so I'm not looking to pick it up at this moment in time. The next pattern I'd like to share with you is the Atelier Jupe Alex coat. This comes in sizes 34 to 52, and the price is €950. Now, Atelier Jupe just released their new collection of both fabrics and patterns, and I really love the plaid fabrics that they've released for their coats. I think that they are so gorgeous and vibrant. But I also think that you could tone it down and make it in a solid or just a more muted plaid. I really like that it's a classic, elegant style of coat, and I think that it would work for a lot of different body types and personal styles, so I really like this one because I think it's a classic. I'm still a little bit scared of making coat patterns for myself, but if I ever get over that fear, I might consider picking this one up. If you can't get enough of these pattern picks, watch this next one in the series so you can check out even more great designs. Thank you so much for watching.